Hello everyone and welcome to a video on the Constructive Criticism YouTube channel. I'm Spencer, host of Constructive Criticism and Limited Time Only, two podcasts about getting better at Magic the Gathering. And today I'm going to talk about just something that I've been thinking of the last couple months. I kind of talked about it a little bit on Constructive Criticism and Limited Time Only, but I wanted to share it with you guys, my Wednesday Night Warrior viewers. So, oftentimes people ask me, what's my favorite Magic format? And they're actually often surprised to hear me say Sealed is my favorite Magic format. And the reason for this is because Sealed gets a pretty bad rap. People don't like Sealed for a lot of reasons. One of them is they think it's really luck-based. It all depends on when you open. Another is that they feel like it's a worse version of Draft, where they feel like they have more control over their decks and things like that. And I think a lot of the bad rep that Sealed gets comes from players who don't quite understand the value you actually get from playing Sealed. And so today, because of some Facebook comments, specifically Zach Meza, a friend of mine from Las Vegas, who asked why I like it over Draft, I kind of want to talk about Sealed and why I love the format so much. So I actually think that most of what the rhetoric about Sealed is actually incorrect. So the first thing I want to talk about is your perfect information while building. So when you open a Sealed pool, you know every card that's available to you all the time. So you can look at the pool, find the best version of your deck and play it all of the time. You always can do that. There's never a time where you make a close pick and you're punished for it like in Draft. Now to say that the Draft isn't skill intensive, I'm actually not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that in Sealed specifically, if you make a mistake, you have to take responsibility for it. It's not like, but it was a close pick. It's like, no, you had 100% of the information available to you when you built the Sealed pool. If you built it incorrectly, the only person to blame is you, right? The person to your right switching colors doesn't matter. The person to your left not reading your signals doesn't matter. It's all about you. You get to build that Sealed pool. The other thing that I think people misunderstand a lot is that others will misbuild their Sealed pools. If you, one of the common complaints is it's so luck based. I don't ever open the good Sealed pool. And there's a few problems with this. The first problem is you are just as likely to open the great Sealed pool as the person next to you. Nobody is more lucky than somebody else. The person next to you is just as likely to open a crappy Sealed pool, and you're just as likely to open a good Sealed pool. And the thing is that if you prepare, if you're the person who's doing preparation for that Sealed tournament, you're gaining an edge because most people actually just don't prepare for Sealed tournaments. And honestly, if you're the one dedicated to building your pool correctly, you're going to gain an edge over the field because they're not going to know how to build their pool correctly, and you're going to gain a lot more wins because you can. Oftentimes people are like, yeah, at the end of the day, like, a bad player can beat me because they open these great bombs, and it's like, well, a bad player is more likely to misbuild their deck, so you're actually just less likely to lose to them in Sealed than in most other formats because they're going to play cards that they find interesting and not build their deck correctly. And I don't think that you get that in a lot of other formats. It's really easy for a player that's not as good as you to go online, grab a great standard deck or a great modern deck, make a few adjustments for the cards that they like, and everybody can have a great deck. But in Sealed, it takes skill. Everybody has to build. And you get rewarded for the preparation that you put in and knowing how to build your pool. And when you make a mistake in those aspects, you're the only person that made that mistake. There's no outside influence. The number of times that people are like, well, that player is a great Sealed player, he does well with bad pools, is said quite a bit. There's a reason that it's Owen Turtenwald's favorite format. It's because it's the one that gives him, one of the best players in the world, the biggest edge. I really believe that. I think that Sealed gives you the biggest edge out of any other format. And if you dedicate yourself and do the things that you can to try and get the wins that you can get in Sealed, I strongly believe that you'll find yourself top-8ing way more Sealed PPTQs and getting those edge and giving yourself the best chance to win those events. Making more day twos. Sealed is the way that you have to play to get to the Pro Tour and Limited. It's not Draft. You have to play Sealed in order to get to the Pro Tour if you're going to do it through Limited. And I think that's really important. And it's something that as Magic players have gotten better and better at Magic the Gathering and understanding the game, more and more players are coming around to the fact that sealed is actually super skill intensive, and you get rewarded when you execute and use those skills to your advantage. So I hope that people, when they open their seal pool next time, can realize that even if your pool isn't as great as you want it to be, as long as you build it correctly and do everything that you can, you might gain a significant edge over your opponent who built their pool incorrectly. And you certainly gain an edge over people who feel like it's all luck based. Yeah, sometimes you're going to lose to a bomb, but you are just as likely to open that bomb as your opponent was. So that's it for this week. Kind of just talking about my thoughts on Sealed and why I love the format so much. I played in the Sealed PPTQ this weekend, lost in the top 4 of the draft. It was really fun. I've done well at my most recent Sealed tournaments as I've started to adopt this mindset and tried to learn the format and actually practice it a little bit. And I'm loving it more and more every time. So thank you everybody for watching this week. Don't forget to check out puremtgo.com and all of the content creators on there. As Wednesday Night Warrior, this video series is brought to you by PureMTGO. You can watch this video there or on our YouTube channel. You can also support this content and other content like it directly by going to patreon.com/ccmtg and supporting our network. Every dollar that is donated is really appreciated. If everybody viewing and listening donated just $1, it would change mine, Michael, and Danny's lives. We could quit our jobs, make Magic content full time, and really dedicate ourselves to the game in a meaningful way that we would all really like to do. So thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys all next time on Wednesday Night Warrior.